Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is VIN0983. This is a 2016 8X1, which is ultrasonic blue mica 2.0 with LA10 interior, which is Stratus gray interior, which is like the white looking interior. This popped up in the Facebook groups, $55,000 with 22,000 miles on it. This car was a one owner car when it was for sale on Auto Trader back in May of 2025, right here, for $58,000. So obviously not somebody trying to flip this car. They're selling it for less than what they paid for it. Production statistics, 269 out of the 2,348 cars produced for the US 49 were ultrasonic blue mica. So 269, out of those 269, only 71 had Stratus gray interior. Stratus gray, which is the white looking interior, it was only offered on the 2016 and 2017 models in the US. After that, your only choices were black or red. So specific for 2016, only 177 ultrasonic blue micas were produced out of the 1,418 cars. Of those 177, only 67 had LA10 interior, Stratus gray. So they were pretty even for white, black, or red interior, like a third, a third, a third. So that's about what it is here. But one of 67, not exactly a rare combination on these cars. Carfax, Epic VIN, and AutoCheck. Carfax shows this as a two owner, one accident car in June of 2017 to the right front, and it shows it as a minor accident. Epic VIN shows this as a two owner, no accident car. And AutoCheck also shows this as a two owner, no accident car. So Carfax is the only one that picked up on that minor accident. Previous sales, February of 2016, $89,000 in California. And it was still for sale in March of 2016, $81,000. So they've already dropped the price quite a bit, $8,000. August 16, September 16, they dropped to $71,500. And it was still for sale in November of 2016. Either people really didn't like the white interior, I don't know. Blue's like a favorite color for a lot of people, but the blue with the white, that may be why. But these cars also did not sell well when they were new because they were so expensive, and the market seemed to like these cars around $70,000. So it looks like it sold at the very end of 2016, probably that Lexus December to remember. Make sure you don't eat the clam chowder. But it was almost $20,000 off of MSRP and almost a year for sale. And then it popped up for sale in May of 2025, as I said earlier, $58,000 with 21,000 miles in California. And then now it's for sale, $55,000 with 22,000 miles, looks like also in California. So onto the pictures. The current photos, I didn't grab them before the listing was taken down. It looks like they posted it in a general GSF group, not a for sale group, and it was deleted. I haven't seen where it's come back up, so I don't know if it's sold or not, but I got the info anyway. And I have the pictures from May of 2025, and it definitely looked phenomenal there. Like lots of great pictures there from the original listing. It was for sale on the Auto Trader private seller exchange. It was not for sale by a dealer. And the carbon fiber looked great. The interior, so Stratus gray is hard to keep clean, but the driver's side seat bolster kind of looks a little dirty. Maybe it's just the lighting, but that's really the only thing that I see. Like it looks fantastic otherwise, and it does have that one accident on the right front corner, but you know, it's definitely a low mile, really nice example otherwise. So for the price, I think it's spot on. And I think if you had the car like this that had 50,000 miles, it would be around $48,000 to $52,000. So with having significantly less mileage than that, I would think $55,000 is more than fair for where the market is on this right now. So now on to the service history. This car looks very well dealer serviced. The last service was May of 2025 with 20,500 miles, so like 1,500 miles ago and maybe 4 months ago. So the first entry of note is June of 2017. The driver's door was creaking and they replaced the inner fender trim to resolve that, but that didn't fix it. It was back in November of 2017. For the same issue, and it looked like it was the lower dash cover or the knee airbag where that meets, it was causing some vibration. It cut off on the description, it cut off what they did, but I would assume that was addressed. January of 2018, the low pressure fuel pump was reprogrammed. Again, common issue. Well, good to see that that's done on this car. July of 2018, the JLB recall was done. That's the high pressure fuel pumps. Most of these cars have that done. Good to see it's done. So February of 2019, the car was in for like a low speed noise and or jerking feeling, and the tech couldn't duplicate it. But this will come back in the future here. We'll talk about it more in a second. February of 2019, the HVAC servo sweep was done. So that's again another common issue checked off on this car. May of 2022, the ZLZ was not done, but it was inspected. They checked for any of the delamination, sticky, anything like that, and they did not do it. So they checked, inspected, but was not done. So at that same service, this clicking noise or whatever noise that the owner was getting, it was back. And the tech again said they couldn't duplicate it, but they inspected everything underneath, they tightened everything underneath, and nothing was loose. So the car was back almost exactly a year later, May of 2023, with this same condition, the same noise. And because it's a second, third time recheck, they opened a Toyota case, a service case, an engineering case on it, and it doesn't say what was actually ever done. So in May of 2025, there was a complaint about a chirping noise from the engine bay. If you've watched these videos, you know exactly what that is. That is the high pressure fuel pumps, and the tech confirmed it. And so these cars, they're mechanical driven fuel pumps. On the back of the engine, they make noise. They make a chirping noise. My car has had it replaced 3 times, once under the recall and twice under the warranty for complaints about this noise. Never resolved it. It still makes noise. That's what they do. Don't be alarmed by it. So at that same service, they also did front pads and turned the front rotors. So again, 20,000 miles, not unreasonable to have front pads being done on this car. So finally, would I buy this car? At $55,000, yes. Now, Stratus Gray, not for me. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but for $55,000 with 22,000 miles, yeah, it's well serviced. Doesn't look like it needs anything. I would just jump in and drive it. Now, put money aside for carbon fiber trim, lower control arm bushings, the valley plate. Valley plate is more heat cycles and age than it is mileage. So this car will definitely need it in the future, but it's probably fine for right now. I would definitely put this on my radar of cars that I would consider. It looks phenomenal in May. So unless between May and now in October of 2025 that it just got completely trashed, it's probably still very, very clean. So definitely one worth checking out if it didn't already sell. This is VIN 0983. Thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you soon.